I'm Zoltan Bakos from Bolabit. We're a Hungarian vendor, and you might have heard about us. Let me start with a story. 15 years ago, there was a guy who thought about what to write for his thesis, and it turned out that he had no good tools for log management, so he decided to write a software for that purpose. This tool was syslog-ng. This is what you might know. It's very well known in the open source community, and this is our leading product for log management. And we will just introduce in a few months to the market the product called BlindSpotter, which is a great tool to analyze the behavior of your users. It is great to let you see the anomalies, to let you see where to focus on. And today we will talk a bit about Share Control Box. We will talk about that solution, which is a privileged activity monitoring tool. And how many of you know what this is? Hands up, everyone who knows that. Oh, I assume there are more people. Please tell me what this is. Yes, exactly. So Share Control Box is like the black box for the IT infrastructure. It's a security device, and it helps, it challenged us to learn more and more about the requirements which are changing. But before I get into that, let me explain what Share Control Box does. So it's basically a transparent proxy-based solution which takes the connection request from the client side, decrypts it, and stores it, and after re-encrypting, it gets forwarded to the server side. This happens also the other way around. So we perform so-called friendly man in the middle. So you understand why it's really important to be well prepared for the requirements in terms of security for our customers. Before I go on, let me show you how amazing this is in real life. To do that, I will open an RDP connection to a completely normal Windows server, and right after moving that over to that desktop, you will see that this session behaves exactly like this session would act without an appliance. I will just quickly create some content that you see that this is exactly what we will see when I replay this session. And it's really simple to replay such recordings. As you might recall, we are in between the client and the server, and we offer a transparent way to replay, to record, and an easy way to replay the sessions. I have recorded already. I have already recorded some sessions, but I will. I can easily browse through the recorded sessions. For now, I will look for the word confidence because I remember that I entered it. And as you see, we immediately see the results. We see that it was entered here, just like if we would sit behind the administrator. And if it is interesting for us, we can immediately replay it in our browser. I think that's fantastic because it's really a great tool to replay the sessions. And there's also one thing which makes it really a great security tool for you. If I open an SSH connection, for example. Let's say I want to log in. Oh, I haven't started the server. Anyhow, it's also able to protect your infrastructure. But why is that needed? You must know that the things we used to use to solve our security challenges, our challenging tasks, are not really usable anymore because we can't really put a fence around our important servers anymore. Computers are in the cloud, and third-party administrators are accessing our servers. We don't have such a tight control over the security of our infrastructure anymore like we used to have. So to keep our systems safe and secure is an ongoing challenge for you as administrators, as people who are dealing with security incidents on a daily basis, and also for us as a vendor to provide the best tools for you to successfully address those challenges. And it's also a big responsibility because if something malicious happens, then you are the ones whose name is on the line. And afterwards, we are the ones who you blame to not helping you in having a safe and secure system. But you would think, why me? Why would anybody hack my systems? Why would I be the target? This can happen for several reasons. Let's say on a boring Saturday afternoon, some script kiddie decides to try out his new tools and they pick your servers to mess around with. Or you have a third-party company who are doing administrative services for you, and they decide to find out more confidential information about the company than you would provide them by yourself. Or you work for a company who has really important data and provides crucial services, and some hackers are paid to find the weaknesses and the weak points of your security infrastructure. All those could be applied to any of us. So what could we do? The most important thing is to do everything to stop these attacks, to make it as difficult as possible for them to gain access to your systems, to your data. It seems like an impossible task, but let's see if we could address this, if we could stop those attackers. As you know, when you have your infrastructure publicly available, when you offer services which can be reached by people, it's not the system itself where you need to, not the system around it where you can put borders in protecting it from unauthorized access, but you can harden the system, you can put layers before it to make it difficult to reach. Such a layer could be, let's say, our solution. We have hardened the appliance share control box, especially to make it really difficult for you, for the guys who want to access your system, to gain access to that. We focused on those parts where something could be exploited, and we also want to offer you a different concept, because if you apply the needed level of trust where it needs to be applied, and you have the healthy level of mistrust where it needs to be there, then it's an easier task. Where do you need to put your trust in? First of all, you need to trust your coworkers, you need to trust the people who have normal access to your servers. You need to trust the vendor that he does everything in his power to provide a hardened security tool to make those attacks really difficult. And you need to have some healthy mistrust in the direction of the people who, let's say, are outsourced people, and you have only some SLAs and some legal contracts that protect your infrastructure. And of course, this will change the whole picture. Because right now, as security approaches used to be, are like that you have tight control from a technical perspective over what is going on in your system, if someone has access to your resources. And with this approach, with a solution like that, which is hardened for your purposes, you can let go a bit of the control. You can allow your trusted people more, and even your a bit mistrusted people can have bigger possibilities. But still, with having everything audited, having everything recorded, gives you a level of observation which is like the flight data recorder you have seen previously. So what is really important in this area, that you need to find ways to address those changing requirements. You find tools that helps you to address these, and you need to always educate yourself. You need to question the vendor to make sure that they are really aware of your needs, and they really want to provide you with the tools which will make you successful. And that's what I want to leave here today as a message. Those three important things. Always find the way to be a step ahead of the cyber criminals, of the malicious attackers. Always surround yourself with people who you can trust, that they are reliable, and always get the tools which makes it possible for you to achieve safe and secure infrastructure. Thank you very much for listening to those thoughts, and thank you for being here. And you will, if you have more detailed questions about this new approach of observation instead of control, or the technologies we are offering you, you can find us at our booth, and you can also visit our webpage on the internet. Do you have any questions? If not, then thank you very much for being here.